stint, which divides it up pretty nicely, really, into 2 pit stops, 3 stints.
And this will grab the hearts and minds more particularly.
Testing, and hopefully, you never know. I wish I had my chance. Good to talk to you.
Is also very quick. He's down in 23rd at the moment, but his sector split to sector 1, which is up in the area
On circuit. Kimi Raikkonen, we know, is in the pits having alterations made to his car, and Pedro de la Rosa is not expected in this session. Hopefully he'll be out in the next one. So those are the ones we have. We do expect to coming back into the pits.
That was an amazing shot, Bob, when you were running through some of that data there a moment ago. We were looking at Jensen. Stabilising that lead gap between the 4 and the road is the critical thing. And
For a second. Well, that was the same, right?
With a curb weight on McDoohan's AMG at about 1,700 kilos and about 6,800 RPM redlining it. V8 Supercar, you're looking at just over 1,350 kilos worth of curb weight without the driver, and then redlining 7,500 RPM. And as you can hear this Formula One car screaming around, only 640 kilos that car weighs with the driver there, and 18,000 RPM. And you can hear every one of those revs as it makes its way around the back part of the circuit. It'll be very interesting to watch this car hunting them down. As we said before, the gap is McDoohan will be going at the very start. 18 seconds later will be Scotty Pye in the V8 Supercar, and a further 28 seconds again will be the Formula One car. That's a whopping 46 seconds between a very high-powered road car and our Formula One car. Yesterday, a fantastic display. We saw all three cars come into the line, and it was just taken out by Great to see the sun out. The track here at Albert Park really starting to shape up. A lot of green around us, looking absolutely magnificent out there. Gary Paffett onto the main straight. We can see the officials there. A team of 8 or 9 provided by McLaren. Mercedes F1 team here working specifically.
Dave! Smell from here.
Road car now on screen, driven by McDoohan. Nice and tidy, good getaway. This is a very quick bit of kit he's in at the moment, but it's nothing compared to that Formula One car that's hunting them down. Now we're over the other side of the lake from the start-finish line, halfway around this lap. McDoohan looks like he's doing it easy, but it won't stay that way. Car squirms a little bit, he's pushing hard. You can certainly see that out there. Yeah, he's high in the V8 Supercar. Here he is pushing hard on the hards and Dunlops and arrows, telling us what short time to go. Not sure.
However, in the wet, you don't want the water to be being separated.
Well, 6 I got before. Huh? 6 I got before.
Oh, the first cut to do it, the first lap. Everyone
it's a
pulled
massive
in. They just kept going around and around.
It's just a murky,
right,
cloudy mess. And
yeah, but don't forget
that's what
that
so
Ricardo, it's his first time ever on the track.
So he's got rhythm.
He was here last year, but on the HRT and in practice.
Yeah, but he's got to get used to the track.
Using your view out the side of the cockpit, and you can see brake markers, you can see signage. The first couple of laps of the race, basically all the margin is delivered there and then at the start of the race. So if you happen to get away with clear vision and you can get on with just driving your car with nothing more than water on your visor, you end up with these huge margins over those that are battling in the pack, and they literally can't see. It doesn't matter how much technology they've got, they can't see.
Jean-Eric Vergne has set a lap time on Ricardo.
Then the McLaren, then Mercedes on it. That's a Ferrari.
pressures and temperatures, which is an important thing they're working on during these sessions, is both on the prime and the soft tyre, is degradation rates. The other thing, the floor of these cars, obviously they run them as low as they can, and we know they can only take a millimetre off them legally from when they hit the ground, so they need to monitor that ride height very carefully. But a really interesting one for me is I saw a guy, when the cars pull in, he jumps down there with a little syringe, and very much like into another machine. It's actually engine oil, and that'll tell us how much lead inside of the engine. Because remember that engine life is critical. They also, people perhaps be staggered to know, they actually get through a lot of oil through the course of the race. Some engines might get rid of 4, 5, 6 litres of oil over the course of the race, and they actually often have a secondary tank that they pump oil back into the engine because they use oil as a cooling element as well. And in order to make the engine speed, everything inside a Formula 1 engine is so tiny
and he has gone fastest with 125.758, that's 78 thousandths of a second ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Well, making their way around for the final parade lap, and just a brilliant circuit, great atmosphere.
Hotspots to watch always at turn 1. Remember Ralph Schumacher years ago flying in the Williams across the top of the car again. Another hotspot for those who are down here. From 6 to 5. So it is Button, Hamilton, Schumacher, Rosberg, Vettel, Grosjean has dropped back into 6th place. Maldonado, Perez up from 22nd to 12th. And Senna must have been the driver that was in trouble down at turn 1 in the other Williams.